It is never too late to be what you might have been. These words aren't just a quote, they're a doorway. A quiet revolution waiting for you to say yes. Because the truth is, your story isn't over, not even close. You are not too old. It is not too late. You have not missed your moment. Somewhere deep inside you, there's still a dream breathing beneath the dust of delay, whispering, I'm still here. That dream, your dream, was never canceled. It's just been waiting for courage to rise above excuses. You've looked back, haven't you? Wondered what could have happened if you'd just taken that one bold step. But what if you stopped wondering and started becoming? What if you woke up tomorrow and decided to become the person you once believed you could be? No more asking for permission. No more letting fear wear the mask of practicality. Your potential didn't expire. It's waiting in the shadows of your hesitation, begging for light. Let me remind you of something powerful. Regret only survives where action is absent. But the moment you move, even a little, you reclaim time. You reclaim power. It's not the years that age our dreams. It's the lies we believe about what's still possible. You are not your past. You are not your missed chances. You are not the silence between your ambitions and your actions. You are the spark that refuses to die, the soul that still hungers for more, the voice that's learning to roar again. So stop replaying the what ifs. Start writing the what now, because the clock may be ticking, but so is your heart, and that's the only timekeeper that truly matters. The path ahead isn't closed, it's just overgrown with doubt. And every step you take clears the way forward. Don't wait for a sign. You are the sign. You are the moment. You are the chance you've been hoping for. And today is not too late. It never was. Think of the 50-year-old who dreams of starting a business but believes it's too late, or the person in their 60s who longs to paint but fears judgment from a world that values youth. These emotions stem from societal pressures that tell us our best days are behind us, leading to a life filled with what ifs and unfulfilled potential. Procrastination creeps in, whispering excuses like, I'm too old, or I've missed my chance, trapping us in a cycle of hesitation. Lack of drive builds as we convince ourselves that opportunities vanish with time, leaving us stagnant and disconnected from our true passions. But here's the urgent truth. Waiting only deepens that regret, while immediate action can reclaim your path and set you free. Look at Vera Wang, who launched her fashion empire at 40, or Colonel Sanders, who founded KFC at 62. These stories prove that change is always possible, no matter your age. The need for change isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about realizing that right now, you hold the key to becoming who you were meant to be. So, why aren't you taking that leap? Often, we wait for motivation to strike, believing we must feel inspired before we act, especially when pursuing dreams later in life. This misconception leads to excuses like, I'm too old to learn something new, delaying your potential indefinitely. Picture someone postponing a career change, thinking the right time will magically appear, only to watch years pass by untouched. It's a trap that reinforces the lie that it's too late, keeping your authentic self hidden away. Then there's the failure to decide, that paralyzing indecisiveness that holds you back even when you know what you want. A retiree might hesitate to start a nonprofit, fearing they've outgrown their dreams, letting indecision turn possibilities into regrets. This reinforces the false narrative that time has run out, leaving you stuck in a life of unfulfilled what-ifs. And don't forget fear and uncertainty, those shadows that loom large when you consider starting over. Fears of failure, judgment from others, or not having enough time can feel overwhelming, especially with age-related anxieties. Someone in their 40s might avoid a passion project, worried about ridicule or that they won't finish it, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of regret. These barriers are real, but they don't have to define you. It's time to break through and claim your freedom. The solution lies in immediate action, taking that first, imperfect step to generate the momentum you've been craving. Just as J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter in her 30s after years of setbacks, your action can transform regret into remarkable achievement. Every step you take proves it's not too late to evolve and become the person you've always envisioned. Building decisiveness is key. Make firm decisions without delay to combat the "it's too late" mindset. Set a deadline for your next goal, like enrolling in a course at any age, and watch how it breaks the cycle of hesitation. Start with something simple. Practice the first step by writing down a long forgotten dream or making one phone call related to it. Remember, as the quote reminds us, this initial action can reignite your potential no matter your life stage. Think of a senior citizen volunteering for a cause they've always cared about, discovering a new sense of purpose. Overcoming hesitation and fear begins with facing them head on, because proactive steps diminish their power more than endless preparation. Address those age-specific fears, like "what if I fail and waste my remaining years?" by taking action anyway. Imagine someone in their 50s joining a community group to conquer public speaking anxiety, building confidence, and proving it's never too late. Learning through failure is essential. Setbacks aren't endpoints, but stepping stones on your path to growth. Just as Vera C. Rubin advanced astronomy in her 40s despite rejections, you can turn failures into successes that refine your journey. View each mistake as a teacher, guiding you closer to the authentic life you've always wanted. Now, let's talk about cultivating self-discipline, the true foundation for sustained progress and unlocking your potential. Self-discipline isn't about temporary motivation. It's the steady force that drives long-term change, countering the "too late" mentality. For instance, a 60-year-old committing to daily writing can rebuild neglected aspirations, leading to personal fulfillment and joy. Building positive habits is where it all starts. Create routines that support your goals, like setting a consistent schedule for learning or exercising. Begin small, with just 10 minutes a day on a new skill, and watch how these habits accumulate, proving that disciplined actions transform lives later in life. Each day you stick to it, you're one step closer to becoming what you might have been, free from the chains of regret. Developing a clear vision and goals is the next crucial piece, providing the direction that keeps you moving forward. Well-defined goals act as motivation, especially when you feel you've lost time, reframing past regrets into actionable plans. A parent in their 40s might set a goal to travel after years of prioritizing family, using it as a beacon to reclaim their authentic self. Break down those goals into specific, manageable steps, like creating a 90-day plan or seeking out mentors for guidance. For example, a retiree could outline steps to launch a small business, keeping the momentum going regardless of age. This process ensures that your vision becomes reality, step by step, proving that it's never too late to pursue what matters. As you build this roadmap, remember that every small goal achieved is a victory against the doubts that once held you back. Now, as we wrap this up, let's reaffirm the core idea. Motivation and success follow action, not the other way around. Echoing the quote, "It is never too late to be what you might have been." Your age or past inaction doesn't limit your potential, only your willingness to act does. You've heard the stories, felt the emotions, and now it's time to internalize this truth for yourself. Don't let another day pass in hesitation. Your future self is waiting, ready to embrace the freedom and authenticity you've longed for. Think about how different your life could be if you started today, taking that one small step toward your dreams. Imagine the relief of shedding those regrets, the joy of pursuing what truly matters, and the pride in becoming who you were meant to be. This isn't just about motivation. It's about claiming your power to change, no matter where you are in life. So, right now, identify that dream you've pushed aside and plan your first action, whether it's a conversation, a class, or a simple note. Feel the emotional pull, the longing for change that this message awakens, and let it propel you forward. Remember, every great journey begins with a single, courageous step, and yours can start today. You're not defined by your past. You're shaped by the choices you make from this moment on. Let go of the fears, embrace the discipline, and chase that clear vision with all your heart. Because in the end, it's not about how much time you've lost, it's about how much you can still gain. Prove to yourself that it's never too late. Your potential is waiting, vibrant and alive. Take a deep breath, summon that inner strength, and step into the life you've always imagined. Start now and watch as you become exactly what you might have been. It is never too late to be what you might have been. A profound reminder from Napoleon Hill that echoes through the lives of those who felt the weight of unfulfilled dreams. Imagine waking up one day, realizing years have slipped by, and that passion for painting or writing has been shelved due to life's demands. This quote isn't just words. It's a beacon for anyone, at any age, who's whispered to themselves, I should have done that. Take Sarah, a 50-year-old accountant who always dreamed of opening a bakery, but thought she was too late after raising her kids. Society bombards us with messages that success has an expiration date, making us believe our best days are behind us. Yet, deep down, we know that regret festers when we let fear dictate our choices. It's time to shatter that illusion and embrace the truth. Your potential doesn't fade with time. Stories like Vera Wang, who launched her fashion empire at 40, prove that a new chapter can begin any time. Hesitation only deepens the void, turning what ifs into lifelong sorrows. So, let's vow to act now, because every moment we wait is a moment stolen from our true selves. Why do we hold back when the path to our dreams is still open? Often, it's because we're waiting for that perfect wave of motivation to carry us forward. You might think, I'm too old to start learning a new language or switch careers, but that's just an excuse in disguise. Like John, a 55-year-old teacher who postponed his novel for years, hoping inspiration would strike like lightning. The truth is, motivation rarely shows up uninvited. It's action that summons it. Procrastination becomes a comfortable cage, especially when we convince ourselves the door is locked by age. Failure to decide is another thief of potential, leaving us paralyzed in a sea of options. Picture someone in their 60s, eyeing a retirement hobby like gardening, but hesitating because they fear it's not practical anymore. Indecision feeds the lie that we've outgrown our aspirations, turning possibilities into distant memories. It's easy to say, I'll think about it tomorrow, but tomorrow becomes a never-ending loop. Fear and uncertainty compound this, whispering doubts like, what if I fail and everyone laughs? For a 40-year-old contemplating a return to education, the anxiety of judgment can feel overwhelming. These fears aren't unique. They're universal, yet they grow stronger when we let time feel like an enemy. Uncertainty about outcomes keeps us stuck, but remember, every great achievement started with a step into the unknown. The solution lies in immediate action, that first bold move that shifts everything. Taking action, even if imperfect, ignites a spark that no amount of planning can match. Look at J.K. Rowling, who began Harry Potter in her 30s amid personal hardships, proving that starting late can lead to extraordinary success. Each step you take dismantles the barrier of too late, replacing it with progress and possibility. Building decisiveness means choosing now, not later, to pursue what your heart desires. Set a deadline for yourself. Today, decide on that course you've eyed or that business idea you've sketched. Decisiveness breaks the chains of hesitation, opening doors you thought were closed forever. Practicing the first step is crucial. It could be as simple as jotting down your dream in a journal. For a senior citizen, that might mean calling a local community center to volunteer, reigniting a long-lost passion. That initial action proves the quote's wisdom. It's never too late to begin. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head on, not avoiding them. When fear says, "You're too old for this," respond with action that defies it. Consider someone in their 50s joining a public speaking group, despite the nerves, and discovering newfound confidence. Each proactive step diminishes fear's grip, turning anxiety into empowerment. Learning through failure is inevitable, but it's also your greatest teacher. Setbacks aren't dead ends. They're detours that refine your path, as seen in Vera C. Rubin's astronomical breakthroughs after early rejections. Embrace failure as a friend, especially later in life, because it shows you're still in the game. Cultivating self-discipline is the backbone of lasting change, far more reliable than fleeting motivation. Discipline counters the too late mentality by turning daily routines into stepping stones. A 60-year-old aspiring author might commit to writing 500 words each day, slowly building a manuscript from nothing. Without discipline, dreams remain fantasies. With it, they become reality. Building positive habits starts small, like dedicating 10 minutes a day to a new skill or exercise. These habits accumulate, proving that consistent effort at any age leads to transformation. For instance, a retiree could establish a morning walk routine, which evolves into training for a marathon. Over time, these habits rewrite your story, making "it's too late" a relic of the past. Developing a clear vision and goals gives you a roadmap to follow, no matter where you are in life. Goals act as beacons, reframing regrets into actionable plans. A parent in their 40s might set a goal to travel the world after years of family duties, turning longing into adventure. Well-defined goals keep you focused, providing the motivation that hesitation steals away. Break them down into manageable steps. Create a 90-day plan with specific milestones. Seeking mentors can accelerate this process, offering guidance from those who've succeeded later in life. For a retiree launching a small business, the first step might be researching online courses. This structured approach ensures steady progress, proving that vision turns potential into achievement. Remember, the key is to start. Goals without action are just wishes. As we wrap up, let's reaffirm the core idea. It's action that unlocks your potential, not age or circumstance. It is never too late to be what you might have been. So let this quote fuel your resolve. Your past doesn't define you. Your choices from this moment forward do. Whether you're 30, 50, or 70, the power to change lies in your hands. Don't let another day pass in regret. Seize it with purpose. Right now, identify one dream that's been calling to you. Plan that first step, whether it's a phone call, a class enrollment, or a simple conversation. Prove to yourself that it's not too late. Your future self is counting on you. Take a deep breath, summon your courage, and move forward. The world is full of late bloomers who changed everything. You could be next. So, go ahead, start today, and watch your might have been become your reality. It is never too late to be what you might have been. a profound reminder from Napoleon Hill that echoes through the lives of those who dare to dream anew. Imagine a 50-year-old artist, brushes untouched for decades, feeling the weight of regret as years slip by like fading sunlight. Society whispers that opportunities vanish with youth, planting seeds of doubt in hearts yearning for more. Yet, this quote ignites a spark, urging us to rise above the what ifs and embrace the possibility of reinvention. Take Vera Wang, who launched her fashion empire at 40, proving that age is merely a number, not a barrier. Or Colonel Sanders, starting KFC at 62 after years of setbacks, showing that decisive action can rewrite a story thought to be finished. The need for change isn't about waiting for inspiration. It's about recognizing that hesitation only deepens the void of unfulfilled dreams. If you're holding back, thinking it's too late, remember that every moment is a chance to step forward. Procrastination creeps in like an old friend, convincing you that tomorrow holds the key, but tomorrow often becomes never. Why aren't you taking action? Often, it's because you're waiting for that elusive burst of motivation to strike. You might tell yourself, I'm too old to learn a new skill, as if the calendar dictates your capabilities. This mindset traps people in a cycle, like a retiree postponing a travel dream, always waiting for the perfect moment that never arrives. In truth, motivation follows action, not the other way around, so don't let excuses rob you of your potential. Indecisiveness is another thief, paralyzing you when a clear path beckons, especially if you fear you've outgrown your aspirations. Picture someone in their 60s, with a nonprofit idea gathering dust, hesitant because they believe the time has passed. But indecision only reinforces the lie that it's too late, turning possibilities into regrets. Fear and uncertainty loom large, whispering doubts about failure or judgment from others. You might worry, what if I start and can't finish? What if people laugh at my late blooming ambitions? These fears are common, like a 40-year-old avoiding a passion project due to the terror of not measuring up. Yet, they create a self-fulfilling prophecy where inaction becomes the greatest obstacle to becoming who you were meant to be. The solution lies in immediate action, that first bold step that shatters the chains of doubt. Action generates momentum, as seen in J.K. Rowling's journey, writing Harry Potter in her 30s after personal hardships. It proves that no matter your age, taking that step can transform regret into triumph. Start small, perhaps by jotting down a forgotten dream, and watch how it builds energy for more. Building decisiveness means making firm choices without delay, like setting a deadline to enroll in a course at any age. This breaks the cycle of hesitation, opening doors you thought were closed forever. Practice the first step today. Make that phone call, send that email, or simply declare your intent aloud. As the quote reminds us, this initial move reignites potential, even for a senior citizen volunteering for a cherished cause. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head on, not through endless planning, but through proactive steps. For instance, someone in their 50s might join a community group to conquer public speaking anxiety, discovering confidence along the way. Each action diminishes fear, proving that it's never too late to grow. Learning through failure is essential. Setbacks aren't endpoints, but stepping stones on your path. Consider Vera C. Rubin, who advanced astronomy in her 40s despite early rejections, turning failures into groundbreaking success. Embrace failure as a teacher, refining your journey toward the person you might have been. Cultivating self-discipline is the true foundation for lasting change, far beyond fleeting motivation. It's about committing to daily routines, like a 60-year-old dedicating time each day to writing, slowly building toward authorship. This discipline counters the too late mentality, turning small habits into monumental achievements. Building positive habits means starting with manageable actions, such as 10 minutes of daily practice on a new skill. Over time, these habits accumulate, proving that consistent effort can lead to profound transformation at any stage. Developing a clear vision and goals provides the roadmap to unlock your potential, reframing past regrets as fuel for the future. For example, a parent in their 40s might set a goal to travel after years of family duties, using it as a beacon for renewal. Well-defined goals keep you motivated, ensuring that every step counts toward becoming who you were meant to be. Break down those goals into specific steps, like creating a 90-day plan or seeking a mentor for guidance. A retiree launching a small business could start by outlining daily tasks, making the dream feel achievable and immediate. This process maintains momentum, regardless of how much time you feel you've lost. Remember, goals aren't just about the end result. They're about the journey that reawakens your spirit. As you progress, celebrate each milestone, reinforcing that it's never too late to evolve. In cultivating self-discipline and clear vision, you're not starting from scratch, you're reclaiming what's always been yours. Now, as we near the end, let's reaffirm the core idea. Motivation and success are born from action, not waiting. It is never too late to be what you might have been, a truth that echoes in every story of late bloomers who dared to act. Age, regrets, and missed opportunities don't define you. Your choices do. So, take this moment to reflect. What dream have you shelved, and what's one step you can take right now? Perhaps it's researching a course, reaching out to an old contact, or simply visualizing your future self. Whatever it is, don't delay. Action is the bridge to your untapped potential. Imagine the pride you'll feel, proving to yourself that it's not too late. Your future self is waiting, eager for you to step into the light. Let go of the fears that have held you back and embrace the power within. Today, decide to start, and tomorrow will thank you for it. In the end, it's not about how much time you've lost, but how much you choose to gain. So, rise up, take that first step, and become the person you've always envisioned. Remember, the only thing standing between you and your might have been is the action you take today. It is never too late to be what you might have been, a profound reminder from Napoleon Hill that echoes through the lives of those who dare to dream anew. Imagine a world where regrets fade, replaced by the thrill of possibility, no matter your age or the years that have slipped away. So many of us carry the weight of unfulfilled dreams, like a 50-year-old entrepreneur who wonders if it's too late to launch that business idea gathering dust. Society whispers that time is a thief, that opportunities vanish with youth, leaving us trapped in a cycle of what-ifs and hesitation. But here's the truth, your past doesn't chain you. It's merely a story you've lived, not the final chapter. Think of Colonel Sanders, who at 62 turned a simple recipe into a global empire, proving that age is just a number when passion ignites. If you're feeling stuck, know that immediate action is your key to unlocking the door to your true potential. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It may never come, and hesitation only deepens the regret you're trying to escape. Today, decide to reclaim what might have been. It's not about starting over, but starting now. Let this quote be your compass, guiding you through the fog of self-doubt toward a future bright with possibility. One major barrier is waiting for motivation to strike, as if inspiration will magically appear like a bolt from the blue. You might think, I'm too old to learn a new skill, postponing that career change or creative pursuit indefinitely. But this is a misconception. Motivation follows action, not the other way around, especially when you've convinced yourself time has run out. Picture someone in their 40s delaying a passion project, hoping for the right time, only to find years slipping by in a blur. Failure to decide is another thief of dreams, leaving you paralyzed when a clear path beckons. Perhaps you're a retiree unsure about starting a nonprofit, fearing you've outgrown your ambitions. Indecision reinforces the lie that it's too late, turning potential into a distant memory rather than a living reality. Fear and uncertainty loom large, whispering doubts about failure, judgment, or simply not having enough time left. A person in their 50s might avoid a new venture, worried about ridicule or the thought of wasting precious years. These fears create a self-fulfilling prophecy, where inaction breeds more regret, dimming the light of what you might have been. Yet, the solution lies in immediate action, that first bold step that shatters the chains of doubt. Taking action, even if imperfect, builds momentum, like J.K. Rowling penning her first Harry Potter book in her 30s after years of rejection. It proves that no matter your age, every effort forward transforms regret into achievement and possibility into reality. Start small, perhaps by jotting down one dream you've shelved, and watch how it sparks a fire within. Building decisiveness means making firm choices without delay, breaking free from the "it's too late" mindset. Set a deadline for yourself, like enrolling in an online course at any age, to turn vague wishes into concrete plans. This decisiveness cuts through hesitation, empowering you to shape your future rather than letting it slip away. Practicing that first step could be as simple as making a phone call about a long-forgotten interest. Remember, as the quote reminds us, this initial action reignites your potential, no matter how much time has passed. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head on, not hiding in the shadows of overthinking. For instance, someone in their 50s might join a community group to conquer public speaking anxiety, discovering confidence along the way. Each proactive step diminishes those fears, proving that action is the true antidote to doubt. Learning through failure is essential. Setbacks aren't endpoints but stepping stones on your path. Consider Vera C. Rubin, who advanced astronomy in her 40s despite early rejections, turning obstacles into triumphs. Embrace failure as a teacher, refining your journey toward becoming what you might have been. Cultivating self-discipline is the foundation for sustained progress, far more reliable than fleeting motivation. It's the daily commitment that counters the too late mentality, like a 60-year-old dedicating time each day to writing their first book. Through discipline, you rebuild neglected aspirations, turning them into tangible realities. Building positive habits means creating routines that support your goals, such as setting aside 10 minutes daily for a new skill. These habits accumulate over time, proving that even small, consistent actions lead to profound transformation later in life. Developing a clear vision and goals provides the direction you need to move forward, especially when you feel you've lost precious years. Well-defined goals refract past regrets into beacons of hope, like a parent in their 40s planning a travel adventure after years of family duties. They keep you focused, transforming vague dreams into achievable milestones. Break down your goals into manageable steps, such as crafting a 90-day plan to launch a side project. Seek mentors or resources that align with your vision, making the path clearer and more attainable. For a retiree dreaming of a small business, this might mean outlining daily tasks and seeking advice from experts. This process maintains momentum, reminding you that it's never too late to pursue what calls to your heart. As you build this roadmap, you'll find that clarity fuels your drive, erasing the shadows of doubt. Remember, goals aren't just endpoints. They're the motivation that propels you through challenges. In overcoming barriers, you'll discover strengths you never knew, proving the quote's wisdom in every step. Now, let's circle back to the power of action. It's the spark that ignites everything else. Whether you're starting a new hobby or pivoting your career, that first move sets off a chain reaction. Think of how a simple decision, like volunteering for a cause, can lead to unexpected opportunities and joy. Fear may knock, but with each action, you answer the door with growing confidence. Discipline ensures you keep going, turning one day into many and dreams into reality. Your vision becomes your guide, illuminating the path ahead, no matter how late in life you begin. Stories like Vera Wang's remind us that reinvention is possible, that age is no barrier to brilliance. So if hesitation creeps in, push through. It's the only way to truly live the quote's message. Build habits that align with your goals, making progress feel natural and rewarding. Setbacks will come, but they'll teach you resilience, shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Visualize your success, feel the emotion of achievement, and let it pull you forward. You're not defined by your past. You're empowered by your choices today. In conclusion, remember that motivation and success are the results of action, not its prerequisites. Echoing Napoleon Hill, it is never too late to be what you might have been. Let this be your mantra. Age, regrets, and missed opportunities don't limit your potential. Only inaction does. Right now, identify one dream that's been waiting in the wings and plan your first step toward it. Whether it's learning a new language, starting a blog, or reconnecting with a passion, begin today. Prove to yourself that time is on your side when you choose to act. Your future self is waiting, eager for the version of you that's finally stepping into the light. Don't let another day pass in the shadow of doubt. Seize this moment and make it yours. As you embark on this journey, carry the wisdom of the quote in your heart, knowing that transformation is always within reach. So, go forth with courage, for it is never too late to become the extraordinary person you were always meant to be.